In this video, we talked to well-known YouTuber Diana Gladney. With a dedicated following and millions of views, Diana helps creators confidently create videos to amplify their brands on YouTube. Diana shares principles and tips to help creators not get stuck on the small details of what gear to buy and instead focus on creating content that matters. Gear changes all the time. There's always, we were talking about gear before we even started shooting this. So what principles can new creators follow to help them pick the best gear for their content creation needs?
Yeah, I always say you got to have a list of must-haves and like my no-nonsense negotiation list of things that I need. So if you are going to be recording your own sessions, your own talks, then you need to have unlimited recording. And that has to be separate from everything else. So that means that I need unlimited recording. I say at least have 4K, even if you're still recording in 1080p, that's fine. So when the day comes, you don't need to buy something else to meet those needs. Stuff like internal charging and live streaming is important because those are just the features that you need for the times that we're in for creating content. So it's like, what am I going to be doing in my business or with my content, and what is now the right camera that fits that? So when your needs change in your business or your brand, that's the only time that really your equipment should change. It shouldn't be as something comes out and it's new, because it's always going to be new gear. Every 6 to 8 or 12 months, you're going to see something new drop. And so the way that you get past that FOMO is knowing that what I have fully supplies the needs that I have without it just, I'm constantly running into the ceiling of that. So just got to have that list of must-have features.
Got it. What part of making videos do new creators, or I guess any creators, get unnecessarily stuck on, in your opinion? Mistakes, stuttering, or like I didn't mean to say it quite that way, or you're in the middle of saying something and lose track of your thoughts. Like, we have to understand we're connecting with other human beings, and everybody's so stuck on being professional that they don't see those unprofessional moments in the people that they admire and the content that they're watching from those people. When they say, it's like, oh, I can't remember what it is, never mind. And so you laugh, but to them, that was a mistake. But it's really a connection point, and it's obviously not having a video with a ton of those, but just knowing if something like that happens, especially like if you're live or if it isn't recorded content, be okay with that. Give yourself some grace and be able to keep going and just know, here's my goals the next time, or I'm gonna keep working on this across my next 10 videos. Everybody stops until they get the one video right, and it's not a one video right strategy. It's over these next season of videos, I'm gonna be creating this next 10, 12, 30 videos. I'm working on getting better at this. So that's the thing. It's like they hang up on, I can't hit publish until, and it really should be, I need to keep hitting publish, and then eventually you get better the more you do something. I really love that. So I noticed you actually started a membership recently. When creating content for YouTube versus a membership, like if you're creating video content for both of those, do you think that you need different equipment for one versus the other?
No, because again, that's the whole thing with the goals of the gear meeting the goals of the business. And knowing that the ceiling is high enough, like my gear that I have now, even at the very base level, and I think I'm a pretty skilled video creator, the gear still has features and things about it that I haven't used yet. I may never use because it's just not an avenue, or it's like I haven't maxed the capabilities of what's actually in it. And so knowing that I'm going to create another product, like your gear has to survive your ideas. So it's like, that's why you don't want to buy like, this is just enough. No, get something that's a little bit more. So it's like, as those ideas come, like I didn't think I was going to do a membership in the way that I'm doing it now. And then there's just a need for it. So it's just like, okay, the gear can survive my ideas. And so, yeah, I don't think you should have separate gear. Your gear should complement all of what you're doing now, and then some future ideas that's to come that you even haven't thought of, which just mean buying above what you think you need to start at, maybe go the next step up.
That's great. So if you don't need different gear, do you think that there should be a difference in production value, or a way maybe in that you edit the content for YouTube versus like a more premium experience? Do you think that there has to be a difference between those, or can they be the same, just maybe more value added, or you're covering specific topics in your exclusive content that's not being covered on YouTube or something like that?
I think it depends on the expectations of what the deliverables are going to be in the membership
membership community, because there are some things that's just like, it's going to be clips of me walking around, getting some BTS. It's like, here's a quick clip from this that may never make it to the channel or whatever. And so they're getting the access. I think that's what's important. So it may be a video on the phone, it may be something else, but if it's like a course-based product that's in the membership area, then that's still going to have, as if we were selling that outright, it's still going to have that same production value quality. So it's just knowing what is the expectation for the goals here, because if we take a product out of the membership community and we're like, we're going to sell this out piecemeal, then that's fine. It should be able to survive that, you know, versus anything else. The YouTube channel, though, we do have a baseline quality for that. And so it's not like make the membership better, but it should at least be on par, I think, but also knowing like you have space to maneuver with your ideas.
Yeah. What gear would you recommend for a creator just wanting to get started right now?
Specifics?
Sure.
Okay. You definitely need to think about your microphone. Audio is going to be the most important thing. And everybody expects me to say camera first.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what camera should I buy? We'll get to that. But let's fix the audio, because you can look beautiful and sound horrible, you know. Right. So it's like most of the time you need like a lapel microphone for if you're going to be away from your camera, or if you just kind of want to be untethered. And then you need a podcast style microphone where you're going to do something like this, have live streaming. So that's another type of microphone. For that, I like the Rode Wireless Go system. The Mark IIs are great. And then you can get something like the Deity microphone, or I like the Shure MB7. It's really good. It's USB as well as XLR. And so if nobody knows what that is yet, just knowing that you can give that to an audio pro and they can hook you up, or you can connect it to your computer and you're good to go, or your phone even. And so that's good because it gives you flexibility for on the go and at home. And then lastly, if you plan to do any kind of vlogging, this is optional, then a little shotgun microphone. I like the Movo VXR10, but there's other ones like the Rode Video Micro.
Right.
So like think about the audio and what kind of content you're going to be making, and just make sure your mic stuff is good, because it's fine if I did a meeting this morning, great meeting, looking to do a whole bunch, a lot of stuff, but it's on my webcam on my laptop, but the audio is great. So that will save you when you don't have the camera that you're looking for yet.
Yeah.
Camera that I like right now, maybe a little scarce to find, would be the Sony ZV-E10. Is a great baseline model to get started. You have 4K, unlimited recording, eye autofocus, face tracking, great audio preamps. You can live stream, all the stuff that you would want or need, and then an incredible lens lineup, so the camera can grow as you're growing. And then next step up from that would be something like the Sony a7 IV, full frame camera, 4K 60, incredible specs and stuff like that.
Awesome. And then what's your number one filming tip?
Keep hitting publish, because it's like I can say do these settings, or make sure it looks like this, or don't do this for make sure it's a blurry background. None of that stuff matters if you're never going to upload it, because people will get all the things, and I have people that will buy product after product after product. When are you going to actually hit publish? You have to publish when it's ugly and keep learning, so that you publish when it's near perfect or as close to right as you can get. And I'm saying perfect very loosely, because everybody has an ideal of perfect. Even your favorite creators' perfect video that you love wasn't perfect. It's just as close to right as possible. But getting there is a process, and it's a process of uploads. And so upload is uncomfortable because it means you have to take action on what you bought and stuff like that. So it's just like you gotta hit publish and keep uploading.
That's perfect. And where can people find you online?
For sure, you can find me, of course, at YouTube at Diana Gladney, and then DianaGladney.com. You can find me everywhere, TikTok even, and Instagram.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining me.
My pleasure.
You can learn more about Diana by checking out her channel using the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you're going to love watching the video on screen next. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.